have a new administration, you have a new leadership that appointed Varney and appointed you yourself Alpha. Alright? And Varney went through the vetting process. 7 people that scrutinized Varney to make sure that he's fit for this new role. And
this is Bollitv once again. I'm here visiting one of my little brother. He will introduce himself. He just got appointed. His role is like an ambassador. He's going to be the mediator between the LIBERIAN Association of Arizona, mainly the executive, and the tribal group out here in Arizona. So we're going to be hearing from him today since he just got newly appointed. Why introduce yourself, brother?
Bollitv, thank you so much for having me on your podcast. To our folks, my name is Musa Sesay, and I'm the director of external affairs. In a nutshell, I'm the ambassador to the LIA, to all of the respective ethnic organizations out there.
Now, is this your first time serving on the LIA?
Yeah, this is my first time serving the LIA.
Have you ever tried serving before?
I've served other organizations. Currently, I am one of the executive of the Arizona Madingo Association, but I've never served with any Arizona the LIA before. So this is my first appointment ever. So yeah.
So the other time I saw you and Alpha Collie going at it concerning Mr. Morris Varney. What is your issue?
So first of all, Alpha is a friend of mine. Alpha is a friend of mine. Alpha is a brother. Alpha and myself go way back.
Nothing.
So Alpha and myself go way back. By the end of the day, we made a conscious decision to support this administration, and whatever thing that we had prior to the commencement of this leadership should have left in the electoral period. You cannot bring the election and the campaign drama into the current administration. So my problem with Alpha as it relates to the issues unfolding in the group chat the other time was the constant attack on Varney, right? So Varney passed through a strengthening process in order to be appointed by the board. And it's sad to say that Alpha has been on Varney's back during a campaign. We understand during a campaign, we all are part of the critiquing process. We all are part of the strengthening process. We conscience those leaders. We questions them. We questions them. We raise our doubt. We raise our qualm. We ask for questions and explanation. And all of those things were passed. Now you have a new administration. You have a new leadership that appointed Varney and appointed you yourself Alpha. All right. And Varney went through the vetting process. 7 people that scrutinized Varney to make sure that he's fit for this new role that he's serving. And Alpha was one of the person on the board that scrutinized Varney to make sure that he's given this particular position. And this guy went through the democratic process. 5 out of 7 people unanimously voted for Varney to serve the position that was given to him by the president.
You talking about the current position
the current position.
Oh,
the current position. 5 out of 7 people scrutinized Varney and voted unanimously that Varney should serve the position that he was appointed by. Then you, Alpha, how can you be the one to criticize this person continuously in the group chat? So at the end of the day, when you do that, you do not just criticize Varney, but you also question the selective ability of the president that you both serve. So that is my main problem with Alpha.
Okay, so you said people voted.
Voted.
Let me read Varney's appointment letter to you.
Okay.
It says, pursuit of provision of the Constitution of the LIBERIAN Association, you are hereby appointed as Secretary General, Constitution Review Committee. Does that mean he was voted?
Varney was appointed, but at the end of the way the appointment goes, according to the president, there's a vetting process. So
according to the president, where?
According to the president, he and our conversation.
So the president told you it's a vetting process.
It's a vetting process. So you have to be. So at the end of the day, I think he has a committee. I'm not sure the exact committee, but he has a committee. Through the communication of the president and myself, Varney name was submitted to this committee to be scrutinized, to be audited, to make sure that he is thoroughly evaluated to see if he is fit for the job. And it is sad to say that Alpha himself, that has been one of the biggest critics of Varney, was part of that scrutiny process.
So you want to tell me that Alpha? Are you alleging that Alpha?
I'm not.
Wait, let me finish that. Are you alleging that Alpha Collie were one of those who vetted VARNEY
Yes.
to be elected as the Secretary General of the Constitution Review Board?
Yes, he was
Because
part of
on-
the. Alpha was part of the process. Whether he voted in favor of VARNEY's appointment or not, I cannot say, because 5 out of 7 people that went through that scrutiny process voted in
because
favor of VARNEY.
from my reliable source, there's no vetting process. According to Article 18 of the LA Constitution, the president can appoint VARNEY then,
Yeah.
right? It did not say, it only says it should wear in consultation with the board.
So that's what
So, Alpha is neither on the board, neither part of any vetting process and committee, because he himself, Alpha, was appointed. So when you say Alpha vetted VARNEY, then I mean, where can I find that?
So this is not part of the Constitution. There is a consultation. There is the president making sure he is in consultation with his, key members. Because at the end of the day, it is the president's responsibility to put the right people in the right position.
Key members, when you say key members now of the committee, key members of the executive, key members.
Alpha is the publicity manager. Alpha is the PR of the
But
organization.
you got to understand that Alpha and VARNEY, them both were all appointed.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
both of them being appointed, both of them were never part of any committee.
Exactly.
They just got appointed.
Exactly.
Okay.
But here's what I'm talking about. This is not a constitution venting process.
I understand.
This is a confidential venting process to say, hey, gentlemen, I'm seeing how best I want to appoint this person. Like, what is your own take of this person?
Okay, because so before Alpha got his appointment, he was just a regular member of
Alpha was just a regular member.
Correct.
Alpha
So
was
are
just
you saying the president went out to the regular member and said, these are the people I want to put on the Constitution Review Board, or he has the right to, because in Article 7 it says he can appoint our members, right?
So the president uses executive power. So that's what I'm saying. This is not constitutional. This is a confidential process to say, hey, Bully, I've outlined few names. What is your take on those people based on their track record? What do you think? So that is not like a constitutional process that is mandatory to the public. It is from the president.
Alpha's concern, right, is the behavior of VARNEY in the past.
So that's what I'm saying, right?
But listen now. We all live in America. When we go for a job interview or we go for apply for a job, they don't look at our current character now. Why didn't they do background check? So Alpha's position is because of the way the man behaved in the past, he should not have been assigned that position. Are you against that?
No, I'm not against that.
Okay, then what's the argument?
My argument here is every qualm, every doubt that you had as Alpha, you raised those concerns during the campaign process.
Correct.
Right? You raise those concerns during the campaign process.
Correct.
The president also that he weighed the pros and cons of VARNEY's appointment. The president evaluated VARNEY and realized that VARNEY pros were more than VARNEY's cons. So since VARNEY appointment had a lot of controversies, he decided to independently, that is not part of the Constitution, to at least call 7 people and order VARNEY and terrific scrutiny.
Who the 7 people the president said?
The only thing that I can tell you, I dare Alpha to challenge the fact that he was not part of those 7 people.
So are you saying that Alpha Collie is fronting in the chat room and you're one of those?
Exactly. I'm telling you from a reliable source. This is a communication between the president and myself.
The reason why, but nothing that raw TV.
We try to keep everything. This is the so you see, right? This is President Harris, right?
Yeah.
So I just want to make everything apparent. I want to make everything clear, and I want you to read the communication between the president and myself.
Here is the hypocrisy in Alpha's position. Who's speaking now? Is that you or the president?
That is the president. My rating is in green.
Prior to Maurice VARNEY's appointment, Alpha was part of the security process that saw majority support for VARNEY. What are you getting in the
So here's
preferment 5 out of 7 persons favor his appointment. It is unfortunate that Alpha has chosen to publicly criticize a decision that was driven through a democratic process. Besides, a constant public show of attack on VARNEY's appointment brings the executive committee to public disrespect.
Yeah. So
the president is saying now was VARNEY among the 5 people that said Alpha?
No.
But you're part of a democratic process that
so VARNEY was the one that is scrutinying.
You heard what I read from the personal text message to Mr. Musa
So
Tactician.
Varney was not part of the 5 people, because Varney was the one the 5. These 7 people were actually making the scrutiny on. And you getting
Let me ask you, if you are in the person's position, right, where an individual, you want an individual to serve on a constitutional review, right? This individual have constant interview with Bollitv. Let's go to some of the constitution, some provision of the constitution. This same individual, twice in the previous government, there was vote of no confidence in him. One, the executive before this executive we have now, vote of no vote of confidence in Mr. VARNEY Morris, right?
I can't answer that.
I'm just giving you a characteristic so you can tell me what, if you are in the president. Mr. VARNEY Morris, they voted no confidence in him from the previous executive because he threatened them, according to the letter I have in my possession. Then Mr. Eric K, who was the chairman of the board, also said he put in place a vote of no confidence in the senior because the guy was not properly doing his job. Then Mr. VARNEY said because there was no provision whatsoever for the board or the constitution as to how a board member can resign, he just sent a text message to everybody. Will you pick a controversial person like that? So now let's see, even in the chat right now, the very funny that you're talking about is going after the person, so the person should not have access to a lot of things.
So, but here's the thing. I don't have problem with people disagree democratically. You know, democratically we can disagree.
Yeah.
So I want you to understand my stance on Alpha's position. You getting it?
Yeah, but I'm telling you so much.
According relating to what you just said, then I would say there's level of contradiction from the people that voted no confidence in VARNEY. Because if you saying somebody is not performing their job according to the job description, what is your responsibility as a board? You fire this person. While VARNEY was still serving his role, and to VARNEY himself can say the board is not performing as they should. So I'm sending him a resignation. Instead of you putting vote of confidence in him, you know the man is not performing. There are other competent people. Why didn't you fire VARNEY in the first place?
But according to one of the former board members, Achi, he said that they tried to kick Alpha.
They tried to.
But guess what?
So that goes back to my first that VARNEY pros are more than his score.
So let me come in now. So, but then they could not get the vote to kick him out. That was the one. But what I'm saying, when fire can't even smoke there. In the previous, the man had no vote, threatening leadership. And then have you read some of the things he been put in the chat room?
VARNEY,
I saw you and he going.
Even this morning, VARNEY and myself disagree, and we spoke this morning, and I disagree with VARNEY, and he realized the mistake he made. Right? I'm not saying you cannot disagree. You know, savor like dialogue is never a confrontation.
That's the same thing.
No, Alpha is not. Alpha is personally attacking VARNEY.
Alpha says does not look as a personal attack.
No, that's a personal attack. That's
why you consider your personal attack.
Thank you. If I label you as incompetence, that I'm attacking you. So that is no. I come in.
Why?
If Alpha label VARNEY as incompetent, you label VARNEY as a failure. Those are personal attack on the.
Those are just adjectives.
Those adjectives means a lot. So now, if you say VARNEY is incompetent, you are not directly talking about it. You also indirectly questioning.
Why you say the man say the man is incompetent?
So Alpha
because you're going back and forth.
Yeah, Alpha.
I don't want to go into Alpha's comment, but since you were critiquing when he is writing his chat room, what I want to know.
So
why you think the man is VARNEY incompetent to you?
VARNEY does not look incompetent to me. But here's the thing.
People that have good look, does that mean
no, I'm not talking about VARNEY's good look.
How incompetent people can look?
That's what I'm saying. VARNEY does not look incompetent to me.
How incompetent people can look?
Yeah. The reason, let me go back to that, right? Yeah. The reason I'm saying Alpha position is not clear. Alpha wants to be more of an activist than part of the leadership. We made a conscious decision to support this administration. Like I said, 7 people were actually set up to scrutinize VARNEY.
According to allegedly by the
president. This is from the source, right? And Alpha was part of those 7 people, and 5 out of those persons. So as a person of law who respect democracy, somebody who respect the rules of law, someone who respect the directive of the president, why don't you put aside your differences and respect the fact they men were democratically appointed to serve this position, despite your alleged statement that they men is incompetent? But here's the thing. Alpha is not saying VARNEY is incompetent. Alpha is saying VARNEY did not follow due diligence in submitting the proper way to resign.
But there's no proper way to resign.
Exactly. So VARNEY made use of the loophole in the constitution, but Alpha does not understand that. Alpha is saying instead of VARNEY coming in the chat room.
So you're saying that
So Alpha is now questioning whether Varney will qualify or not. No, Alpha is saying Varney did not resign properly as a secretary.
But that's not only all what they mentioned. They mentioned the middle, they're chopping wrong services in the chat room.
No, so I'm not focusing on that. I want to.
Some of the things that he put it into it.
So they're not forget about those things. Anybody I know exactly. So Varney is well led.
Hamana winini mato kukere makonya kanema anu fada finu anu barake mako sabeni kinyomba